Trubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
I've known love and hate too. When painted dreams they don't come true. I've learned a lot and yet there is more. With every knocking on my door. I've known hunger since I was 10. And loneliness is my good friend. I've learned to smile when I feel sad. When I see good times gone bad.
Ukaitor bapaunam ka jilla uba lumajau. Ula syapan kup dakan nambat kaburam Lifetime Achievement Award ha umentri rangba Konrad Kisangma ha kasmi baar. Bat ha kani kajuk kasni la pleru ya ka Meghalaya Grassroots Music Project ban penyar bat kentiu ya karwai kasiau kaput katem ha ka jilla. Haba ai jingkren u Konrad ulaong bakate ka project kadai jong ka Sorkar. Bat kan plelat bat ai jingmut yaki nong ruai jong ka jilla bakin pen I yaki sap ka baki don ha ka lengkari. Ulaong ru bahapo jong kani ka project ka Sorkar kan kentiu bat kersyan yaki nong ruai bakin let ruai kom hai ki jaka bam lani ki restoran ki cafe bat ki wei ki jaka pat ba. Nakani ka project ka Sorkar kan siu bat kersyan yaki nong ruai ban let ruai sha ka lengkari bat perthei. Umentri rangba ulaong bayakani ka project onle hakata ka rukom ban kintiu lang yaki nong ruai harengkat ki jaka jungokai. Bat kani kan Pynlong biang ya ka jilla kum kata ka rock capital of India. Ula benrap ru da ka baong nginget beki samla jong kani ka jilla kin snok tilang bat kani ka project bat bakin shim ya ka sap ruai kum ka jingtrai ka jongki. U Konrad ulaong bayakani ka project lale hakata ka rukom ban pen bha yaki nong ruai kum ju yaki ba iet yaki jingruai.
I was too young to rock and roll and much too young to keep rocking.
Is this project, why we are doing this project, a little bit of introduction is what I want to give. If you look at the Shillong city, Meghalaya, the per capita number of musicians that are there in this place, in the city or across the state, is probably much higher than anywhere else in the country. And whatever genre we take, whether it is rock, whether it's jazz, whether it's blues, folk, we have everything. But despite that, the artists are also not getting the platforms to perform. And even from a tourism point of view, when a tourist comes, there are very few places where you can really go and see and enjoy this music. So this was in 2019, 2020, pre-COVID, our Honorable Chief Minister one day, he was also a tourism minister at the time, so told us, I mean, whether through tourism or through entrepreneurship, can't we come up with a program, can't we design a program which works, which creates the opportunities and the platforms for the musicians, for all the musical talents that we have in the state. So provides them a platform to perform here and provides a unique experience, a wonderful experience for the tourists who come, and also creates pathways for them to go beyond Meghalaya, go into go to the other places in the country and perform, go international and perform. So can't we have a program like that? So from that thought, we started consultations with musicians. In fact, in this very room here, 2 years ago, in February 2020, I think was when we did the first consultation here in Shillong. Many of the people who are in this room were there in that consultation. We had lots of ideas, we had lots of brainstorming. We were talking about, should we create an association? Like how in sports we have various, for different sports disciplines, we have associations. Should we create an association which will take care of the needs of the musicians and really channelize the energies and create a program? Or should government take the lead and do something? So there are lots of deliberations. We did a similar consultation in Tura. A lot of ideas came from there as well. And of course, after that, we all know COVID hit and a lot of things had to be put on a back burner. Then over the last 2 years, we have been continuing these conversations, and out of these conversations came this project. I'd first like to thank a lot of people who gave the ideas, but most importantly, Keith, who through Springboard Surprises would also be executing this project. So the idea of the project is basically we want to create platforms, street platforms, cafe platforms, platforms in restaurants where government will fund, government will support concerts, small concerts over the next 1 year. So that there is a place where every weekend events are happening, there are performances so that people can come and enjoy, so that we have a whole musical experience. We have this new tourism product of Real Meghalaya music tourism. Because everybody who comes to the state says, okay, I want to go and enjoy music, where do I go? So there are one or two cafes who do gigs, but they're not happening consistently. So through this project, what we aim to do is at the beginning of every month, on the 1st of May, we'll put out a calendar. We'll put out a calendar for the month on where all events would be happening. And these events will happen on those days, whether we have 10 guests, whether we have 200 guests, these events will happen. We will do busking in Kindailand. We'll do busking in a place like Mokadam. So these would become iconic things, and we'll do cafe gigs in different cafes across the city. We'll take this to Jowai, we'll take this to Tura. So that is the whole objective of this project. Another component that we have put is also providing funding support for artists to go out. Again, I keep referring to sports. In sports, for example, there are sports associations where if sports persons have to go outside to compete, so we provide some grants. So we wanted to create a window where that kind of grant support is provided for even musicians to go out. So through this project, we'll be able to do that.
For this Lifetime Achievement Award, and not to again sound critical or anything, but really it's a bit late in the day for him to have achieved this award at such a time after so many years of him dedicating to music. And I'm a very strong believer in something, in a very simple word we say, a pat on the back. It's something that I think is appreciated, and I strongly feel that it's something that doesn't cost much, but it means a lot. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have a lot of talent in our state and in our country. And a lot of times we fail to recognize them. We fail to give the pat on the back. We fail to appreciate them. And I strongly feel that this is a basic thing that society should do, and the government, of course, should do. And if you remember, that's the reason why we started off a very long time back when I had just taken over. We started appreciating entrepreneurs in the beginning. So we used to have this award for the Chief Minister's Entrepreneur Award, and I used to select one entrepreneur every month to be awarded and to be recognized and to be given a small token of 1 lakh rupee, but more importantly to handhold them, to appreciate their work, to make them role models for others to be motivated. So many things come out of recognition which you give to the person, because it's not just the person, but it's the impact you have on the ecosystem that is very important. And then we started something for sports. We are just about to start with musicians, and that's when COVID hit us. So some of you might think that, why this is happening suddenly. Maybe elections are coming, so Conrad has just woken up. But that's not the fact. Of course, elections are coming, but it's not that we're doing it for elections. We have been doing this recognition for a very long time. And music was very much on our calendar, but COVID hit it. We did it for entrepreneurship in a large scale. we had started for sports, and I wish to continue the entrepreneurship as well as the sports and the music part also. Coming to the music, as Vijay had mentioned to you, that of course being somebody who has in a way been kind of outside the ring, just watching this music sector, once in a while getting an opportunity to really play some music a very long time back, in college days and school days. We went through the difficulties that musicians in India and of course in the Northeast go through, and I realized that again, it's just small things that you could do to make a huge difference in the entire sector. It's an area which has been neglected, I should say, and an area which has got such huge potential. And just this morning we launched something called the Ginger Mission. And we've been going through this mission mode programs everywhere, and you'll be surprised, we have not come out with the facts and details to all of you yet, and we will come out with them. But you'll be surprised to see how these mission mode programs today are working. I mean, just to give you an example, that we had started something called a Lakadong mission, and we had about 1,000 farmers who were attached or connected to the Lakadong cultivation. Today, after this entire program has started and the mission has started, we have over 12,000 farmers today who are in the Lakadong production, able to give more value to the farmers at the end of the day. Why I'm telling you this? Again, these are our strengths. As a government and as a society, we need to realize that there are certain strengths that are there in our system, in our state. What is important for us is to be able to bring out those strengths and be able to give the push in certain areas of those areas of strength so that we can get maximum benefit by investing minimum amount. So therefore, if we had thousands and thousands of crores to spend, then we would put it into everything. But what we realize is that with the limited resources we have, let us try to press the button in the right locations so that we're able to get the system moving and really make a difference in the people's lives. And that is where this entire concept of music also came out. We all understand, as Vijay has mentioned, that the per capita musicians is perhaps the highest in the country. And yet, very sadly, we have never had any program to connect with the musicians. And I was told last time that after I had just had a preliminary meeting and discussed with everybody, saying that, why can't we create an ecosystem for music? Why can't we have a win-win situation? You see, if we support the musicians, we will have tourism grow. Once the tourism grows, it'll have a multiplier effect into other aspects. The people coming in from outside want to see the music. Shillong is known for the music, and yet they have no place to go. So how do we connect all of this and come out with a program where we are able to help the musicians, we're able to give the platform to them, we're able to financially support them, we're able to push the tourism aspect. All of these dots can be connected, and that's really what the objective was. And I'm very happy to see that finally this has fructified, and today we have the first part of this. In fact, we were supposed to start this last year, and then I think, was it Omicron or was it before that? I can't remember. But that hit us, and we had in fact planned it very aggressively with the tourism department. Our actually plan was to have weekends, and really we thought that when the Delhi flight started, we will market very aggressively in Delhi, and the marketing would be, spend the jazz weekend in Shillong, on the second week of September, then the blues weekend in Shillong on the third week of September, and then you have the rock weekend. So we market Shillong as a weekend destination because we had flights on the weekends, and then we'll be able to connect that music part with the people, with the tourist. So that's really the background of where it came. So I don't want to go